It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Dog. Thanks for hanging out with me today as we start a brand new week here on the channel. It is a Monday, and that means it is a Metal Monday here on the Daily Dog. And for the first time on the channel, I am going to music by the band Korn. And I don't know much about this band, but a lot of people have written in and asked me to get to some of their music. And so to start out, we are going to listen to Freak on a Leash. And I'm going to try to figure out if he's talking about me or not. So Freak on a Leash is from their third studio album called Follow the Leader. It was released in 1998 while I was in college. This album continues to be their most commercially successful, being certified 5 times platinum. Freak on a Leash was one of 2 singles that they released from the album, and this particular song's music video received both MTV Video Music Awards and a Grammy Award as well. This band was founded and formed in 1993 in California, and they are considered to be what's called a new NU metal band, and I don't know much about that genre. Apparently, this is a subgenre of alternative metal that combines elements of heavy metal with hip hop and alternative rock and funk and grunge and other styles as well. So I'm curious to dive in to see what these guys sound like and what they're up to. We've got Jonathan Davis on vocals, Brian Head Welch on guitar, James Monkey Schaefer. It's M-U-N-K-Y. Interesting nickname. Also on the guitar, Reginald Fieldy. Arvizu is on the bass, and David Silveria is on the drums. So let's see what's going on with this, y'all. I know that the that the music video is quite famous from this. I don't want to risk an audio-visual block on the second Monday of the new year. We were already blocked last week. So I am just going to be listening to the audio of this, and I'm looking forward to it. So Freak on a Leash from Korn. Off we go. Boy, that's a dissonant sound. It sounds like Lay the Soul to me.
Something lost and never seen.
It's an E flat to a D.
Start to believe. Something's raped and taken
The
from
bass is
me.
really good.
From me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free?
Boy, this is a really fascinating soundscape.
I take away
A lot
all
going
this
on.
pain. I try to every night.
Just those 2 notes, really. The E flat and the D.
Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste.
Now it sounds more like it's in D,
Cannot feel my face.
with that E flat hanging out as a Phrygian second note, second scale degree. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be a cheap, bad word for me to lay. Something takes a part of me.
Feeling like a
That was
freak on a
interesting. It kind of
leash.
slowed down and it restarts.
Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt deceived?
Nothing in my life is free.
Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I can't
Drumming reminds me a little bit of Tool, even.
never see me far from grace.
Where do they go for the chorus? I think think they went down to A. And they're doing the same sort of fifth of that key to up a half step and back. Breakdown. This new metal scat scene. Fascinating. Go. Half steps. There's a combination of language and like nonsense sounds coming in here. Fight some things they buy. Back to the main chorus riff they've been doing. That's got a flat 2 in it too. Big, aggressive, just right in your face. So I'm listening to the audio from the video, but I can't see it. So I'm not sure what was going on. As I read, I think that the fascinating tune, by the way. I think that the video was there were some parts of it that were animated, and some parts that the band featured in. And as I read in, there's like a bullet, an accidentally, I think, fired bullet from a policeman's gun that sort of barely misses folks, but kind of takes us through these different facades. In the animated world, I think kids playing, right? Maybe like on a cliff. I think that's what I see on the cover of the album. And then it goes kind of back and forth. Really, really interesting. I'll take a look at the video later. I just did not want to risk uploading that and it being blocked. In a press release from 1998, as the record was being released, Jonathan Davis, the vocalist, provided these words about the song, and I think this is really interesting. He says, "That's my song that rails out against the music industry. It's about how I feel like I'm a fucking prostitute. Like I'm this freak paraded around, but I've got corporate America fucking making all the money while it's taking a part of me. It's like they stole something from me. They stole my innocence and I'm not calm anymore. I worry constantly. I'm not just talking about the record business. Everything's involved. I've lost something. I'm not all there anymore. I love what I do, but I wish I could have it all back. It's like the Peter Pan syndrome. I wish I could still fly." And boy, that statement just smacks me right upside the head. I'm like, yes, I understand where this artist, I think, is coming from. Sometimes when we become known or we become followed, when an artist becomes like breaks through and becomes a part of the industry and they are successful commercially with their art, they can almost become boxed in by their own creativity, by their own music, and by their own fame and by their own notoriety, because people tend to start expecting certain things from them. As you give more and more and more, people start expecting more and more and more, like what they have received in the past. And so, especially for these bands that have a lot of longevity, reinventing yourself, reinventing your sound can be a really great artistic journey, but it can also be really, a difficult thing because you've got to bring your fans and your label and your supporters and everything along for the ride. I'm remembering having a similar idea or thought when I reviewed Octavarium by Dream Theater. I realized that, in that particular instance, they were trying to create an album or that particular song from a similar point of view. They were trying to figure out who they wanted to be as artists going forward, and figure out how that meets with the expectations of their fans and of their label and of their industry at large. And for Jonathan, at least at this point, he is feeling like a part of him has been ripped away, and he's not really feeling cohesive as a person anymore, as an artist anymore, and he wants to tell you about it. And boy, that was really, really fascinating. One more thing that I will say, something that I notice in a song like this, it's classified as new metal, and I get it. It's a really harsh, aggressive sound. It's a metal sound, but what I don't hear is a guitar solo, right? It's more built off of the repetitive, heavy riff that gives the song its personality, and then it gets reinforced over and over and over again. And that's that emotional state of mind that I believe the band wants us to be in as we hear this piece. And it's that riff, that constantly repeating riff, whether they're doing it from D to E flat, or occasionally they were doing it over A. It's like they moved everything up by a step, and then they were doing it between E and F and then back. And it's just that Phrygian half step. It's like, are you going to be here or are you going to be here? Really, really cool. I'm glad to get to Korn. It's always good to have our vegetables, especially as we start the week, y'all. So we're off and running with a great Metal Monday. I am thankful that you have been here for Freak on a Leash, which thankfully is not myself. From Korn. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.